Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game. So in this very special edition of Games Night, it's not actually one night I'm going to be talking about, it's the past week, and this is of course the Christmas edition. But sadly that does mean that Christmas 2015 is now over. Aww. But anyway, what it does mean is new games. So let's start by taking a look at just what I did get this year. So the first present I want to talk to you about isn't actually a game, but it is games related, which is that my wife got me this lovely little meeple here of a caveman. It's not coming out well, but yeah, you get the idea. It's a caveman meeple. And the reasoning for that is that Stone Age just here, we don't like the first player token, so we'll be starting to use that instead. So that's the first item. Second item, again, not a game, but we have Tabletop Gaming magazine. She has actually got me a subscription to this, so I'm very looking forward to receiving this every quarter and being able to read through it. Okay, so on to expansions. So we have Boss Monster, Tools of Hero Kind, and you've probably noticed the first Boss Monster sat on the shelf there behind me. I don't know a huge amount about this expansion. My understanding is it just makes the game more tactical, more interesting, so I'll be sure to, when I do my Boss Monster video, include this expansion, or at least do an additional video for the expansion. Next, we have Boss Monster 2. Again, don't know a huge amount, it's pretty much my understanding, just more of Boss Monster, not a bad thing. Next we have Ticket to Ride United Kingdom and Pennsylvania. But I'm most excited about the United Kingdom. Obviously, being here in the UK, it's nice to have a local map, and I'm excited to do the technologies and stuff. So when I get around to doing Ticket to Ride, I'll hopefully also be able to do a video for that. Next we have Cometa City. Again, it's just pretty much more of the same. Looking forward to playing with it. Can't really go into too much detail. Hopefully be able to do a video of this one soon, along with the original Comet, which is actually hiding in the cupboard down here that you can't see. So that's expansions talked about. Let's go on to games. So we have Concept. Now, I know what you're thinking. I said I didn't like party games. This is a party game. Yes, it is very much a party game, but I enjoy it. So I'm glad to have received that, and hopefully you'll be seeing a video for it within near future. We'll see how long it takes to get around to that one. There's lots to cover. And finally, still in the shrink wrap, we have Elysium. So this game about drafting cards and playing cards. It's got interesting buying mechanic with the pillars, and yeah, I've played it a few times. Look forward to playing it some more, and when I do, I can then look at doing a video for it. So that is all the games that I received this year. Okay, so games that I played in the last week while I was travelling around seeing family. Let's see, first up was Smash Up Munchkin. Now, I have both Munchkin and I have Smash Up, so it's interesting to try Smash Up Munchkin. Obviously, I'll talk more about the separate games when I do their videos, but my initial thoughts on Smash Up Munchkin, there was a lot of text to get used to. With the addition of the monsters especially, it meant that you pretty much had additional powers on each of the bases, which meant a lot of text you had to read each time. Probably wouldn't recommend playing it with 4 players, which is what we played it with. I'd probably say better keep it down to 2 or 3, so you've got less bases and less monsters. I will say, as the game progressed and we played it more, you did start to learn what those monsters were and what the bases were, and you didn't have to read them all the time, but it was very difficult getting into that. what else? Oh, the treasures. I like the treasures. They were a nice little addition that gave it a Munchkin-y feel. So let's see. Can 2 play this game? Yes, 2 can definitely play Munchkin. In fact, as I've already said, I would recommend 2 to 3 players for Smash Up Munchkin. So the next game that I played was Colt Expresss, which I have played once before as a 2-player game, and I hate to say it, although the rules allow for 2 players, playing a 2-player game just was not very good. I definitely would not recommend playing Colt Expresss as a 2-player game, and that's probably why I've not added it to my collection. Playing it this time around, we were playing with the full player count, which was 5, I think? Yeah, 5. So that was definitely different. It was a lot more fun, much more chaotic in what was going on, and yeah, a good, silly, short game about cowboys. If you like that, check it out. We then played Ticket to Ride. Now, Ticket to Ride I have up here, and it was actually Ticket to Ride Europe we were playing, but not my copy. Got that for my father-in-law, so we're playing his copy. And so, yeah, it's a good game. I'll talk about it more when I do the videos for Ticket to Ride. Well, next was a really old game, actually, which I'm probably never going to do a video for, but let me just see if I can fit this in shot. We have Buccaneer, and you can tell just by looking at the cover here how old this game is. But that was a game that my wife's grandparents had when they were kids. It came out in 1930s, something like that. So I sourced a copy just for nostalgia for my wife, and we sat and played that with our little niece. It's a pick-up and delivery game, kind of hand management. Well, you have crew cards that the total value of the crew cards is your movement. It's quite interesting, actually. So that gives you your movement, and then there's 2 different colours. There's red and black, and the difference between those is your combat rating. So you could have loads and loads of cards, but be useless at combat, or quite a small number of cards, but still have a lot of speed, a reasonable amount of speed there, and be fantastic at combat. So that's kind of interesting. And at the same time, you're using that to buy goods from various ports. So that's kind of interesting. The game does rely extremely heavily on luck. There are chance cards. What other game do we know that has those in, I wonder? Monopoly. Anyway, they probably introduced more luck in this game, actually, than they do in Monopoly. Makes it a very light game. But yeah, I mean, it's a reasonable game for its age to pass some time. Okay, so the next game is again a very old game that I sourced for my wife for nostalgia value. And this time we have dun, 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 Lost Valley of the Dinosaurs, a thrilling game of adventure in a frightening prehistoric world. Yeah, again, this is a very luck-heavy game. You'd be surprised to learn this is actually from the same designer as the hugely successful Survive Escape from Atlantis, which had kind of a sequel with Space Attack, was it, last year? But yeah, this is an interesting, fun little game. Has some great little components, which I'm going to grab in a second. But let's talk about the gameplay first. So this is a roll and move game. I know, outdated mechanic, not great. But it's a very light game. And again, it's very luck driven. There are these event cards that you draw at the start of each turn. If you're lucky and you get the right event cards, you will mop the floor with the rest of the players. Otherwise, yeah, it's good. It works. Not the easiest game to get hold of, but not impossible either. You probably won't get a good quality one. But I'll show you what is fantastic about this game, and it is the components. I have here a bag of dinosaurs. Okay, dinosaurs. So let's see if I can get a good... it doesn't want to focus. Camera focus! Ah, that'll do. So yeah, you got these rubber dinosaurs that simply don't want to stand up. He will stand up on the palm of my hand, but you put him on the board, he will not stand up. It's just perfectly cheesy. They look like they're wearing lipstick. But yeah, interesting family game. If you can, check it out. If not, it's not the end of the world, really. Okay, so next up, we actually have a game I've been wanting to play probably, yeah, I'd say over a year, and finally got to over Christmas. My wife's, well, my parents-in-law have had it for a year, and we only finally got to play it. For some reason, they kept playing it with other people, never with us. I really don't know why, but anyway, we finally got to play that, and that is Sheriff of Nottingham. So this is part of the Dice Tower Essentials line, hugely popular. Nature of the game is bluffing. You're trying to get contraband goods into Nottingham. Well, not necessarily actually contraband goods. You're trying to get the most money, and contraband goods just happen to be worth a lot of money. But you can also get a lot of money by collecting sets of things, having the most chickens, the most cheese, the most bread, whatever. My thoughts on this game are so stressful. I hate lying. I absolutely hate it. I'm terrible at it. I hate it. I was like going bright red in the face, breaking out in sweats. I really don't like lying. However, if you enjoy bluffing, if that's your thing, bluffing, reading people, you know, then you will love this game. It is a really well put together game with good components. Check it out if you're into bluffing games. If, like me, you're not, then stick with it. And also, just a caveat, Toucan not play this game, so don't even try. Okay, so that is a rather sadly short rundown of the gaming I've managed to achieve over the last week, and the games that I received for Christmas. Hopefully, you know, there's still a bit more time left of the holiday period, and I can get some more playing in just me and my wife, now that we're back at home, and also get some more videos out to you fantastic people at home. But in the meantime, thanks for watching Toucan play that game. If you've enjoyed this video, please do check out the other videos on this channel and subscribe. And as always, bye for now.